Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you how to create a to-do app using mernstack. First you have to install Node. You can do that by going to this Node.js official page. I will put the link down in the description as well, so you can check whether you have installed Node correctly by checking Node version and npm version. If you didn't get something like this, that means you haven't installed Node correctly and you have to do that. Then I'm going to create a MERN Todo folder, and inside and I'm going to make it a Git repository. So if you don't know anything about Git, you can just skip the Git part and go along with the coding. Then inside the MERN Todo folder, I'm going to create another folder called server, and inside that I'm going to create a file called server.js. So I want to create a package.json, so I'm going to make this server folder a npm project. I can do that by running npm init. After running that, you will get the package.json file. Then I'm going to install express package. You can do that by npm install express. So after you install that package will be installed into node modules directory, and in the server.js I'm going to require this express package, and then I'm going to create an express app. Then I'm going to run our server, so I'm going to run this on port 5000. You can run this by app.listen, then the port number, and when this runs I'm going to log listening on port 5000. Now we are ready to run our server, so I will run it by node server.js. So make sure you are running this command inside the server folder, and you will get listening on port 5000. That means our server is running. Then I'm going to install Nodemon, and I will give -g flag so that Nodemon will be installed globally. So let's see what's the importance of Nodemon. So I will run nodemon server.js. Then I'm going to do some change on our server.js, and when you check the terminal again, you can see that our server has restarted with the new changes. So you don't have to keep restarting the server again and again. Type in node server.js, nodemon will automatically do that. Now we will add a script in the package.json, and I will add nodemon server.js. So now I can do npm run dev, and it will run nodemon server.js. So in that way I don't have to keep rewriting nodemon server.js as well. Now I will create a route. So if the route is slash, I will get request and the response. As for the response, I'm going to give a JSON, and there for message I will give welcome to do app. So we can check whether this is working correctly. So I will first start the server by npm run dev. Then I'm going to the browser, and I'll type localhost semicolon 5000. So when you press enter, you will get this JSON message, welcome to do app. So that means our route is working correctly. So here we have written a get request. You can identify that by app.get. Next, I'm going to create a .env file because I don't want to display my port number in the server.js, and I want to make it an environment variable. So inside our .env file, I'm going to declare the port as 5000. Then I'm going to install .env package. You can do that by npm install.env. So then I go inside server.js and I will require our .env package installed. I'll get the config. Instead of 5000, I will get process.env.port. So with that, we will get the port we declared in our environment file. So I will update the console log message as well. I'll give process.env.port. So I will run our server again, and you can see we will print listening on port 5000. That means our port declared in the environment variable is taken to run our server. So I am using Thunder client to execute routes, because in the browser we can only check the get routes and we can't check the post routes. So using Thunder client, we have the ability to send all kind of requests to any URL. So now I will give a get command to localhost 5000 using Thunder client. So once you create a request, you can give a name if you want. I will give to do app. Then we can send this request and you will get welcome to do app. And you can see there are different kinds of requests you can make, like get, post, put, delete. Now I'll show you how a middleware will work. So I will use app.use and I will use an arrow function. For parameters, I will give request, response, and next. So you can console log the request path and the request method, and always you have to call the next function at the bottom. So let's run this and let's go to Thunder client and click send. So here our path is slash and our method is get. So we'll log those. And now I'm going to create a gitignore file, and inside that I need to ignore.env file and our node modules folder, because I don't want to push them into our repository. So if you don't know about git ignore, just skip creating that file and adding details into it. Then I'm going to commit our changes so far, and I will publish this branch into my GitHub repository. Yeah, so that's the first part. Hope you learn something. So you can keep my channel, likes and subscribe. See you in another video. Thank you.